The exact location of my island wouldn't mean much to you. So let's just say it's one of thousands of tiny chunks of land that dot the Pacific. Unfortunately, the island's not a coral atoll with white sandy beaches. No, it's the tip of an ancient volcano. Steep cliffs, tropical forests, what the travel brochures would call exotic. Not a bad place to live, though. As if I had any choice. Sometimes the interior of my island makes me think of Florida, gone wild. I remember, as a kid in Sarasota, trying to clean the oil off seagulls. That was a long time ago. Back when everybody was preaching about cleaning up the environment. I'm glad that's all over. Florida was a nice enough place to grow up in. Man, I would have loved to have a few of these hills to climb. And caves. My island's got so many lava tubes running through it, I'll never be able to explore them all. Just about every cave I've explored on this island was inhabited at one time or another. Mostly by the Polynesians, I guess, a couple thousand years ago. Learn more about archaeology. I can figure out exactly how old some of these things are. No, couldn't have been that long ago. It's hard to imagine a time when mankind's greatest technological achievement was molding a hunk of clay with his hands. Well, hello there. Came by to watch me work, huh? Okay. I wonder what you're thinking. You know, the experts all said you weren't thinking anything. But you're still around, aren't you? And where are they about now? Well, make yourself at home, my friend. Let me show you what a couple million years of evolution could do for you. If you're lucky, maybe someday you'll be able to punch the buttons and make it all work.
The electronic age, that's when it all really started. Before then, the only way information could be recorded and stored away was in books, printing. Now look at us. Electronic memory cubes. We've stored all of the printed data found in the world's largest library. Millions of volumes on a single crystal the size of a match head. Yeah, it's all right here. Not just the libraries, but the photographs, sound recordings, films, newsreels, television broadcasts, speeches, wars. Every documented moment in the history of mankind, it's all stored here. Forever on those crazy little synthetic crystals. When I think about it, the most incredible job of all must have been indexing this time capsule. Oh, man, you ingenious creature. Setting up those handful of laser discs. You know, I remember in school searching for hours through the card catalog to locate a few dozen lousy microfilms. Now look, I can find any one of several billion items in moments. Just let the old laser index command the computers. Microseconds. They'll scan every crystal face, sort it all out, make it all seem to happen again. Of all the millions of categories stored here, there's more information on wars than any other subject. Well, why not? Humanity is war. Try to find a time period when mankind was at peace. Fascinating to watch. They believed. They actually believed that killing off the enemy, dying for their countries, could somehow bring peace into their lives.
Activity Austrians occupied Siberia. Allies landed at Valencia October 5th. The giant French replaced by the Angleterre on British front December 15th. Allies began excavation of Gallipoli December 19th. Germany announced February 10th that armed merchant ships would be considered warships and transport of warning. U.S. retorted February 15th. International law permitted self-defense of commercial ships. German made huge efforts versus
Technology. The result of having money. It's always given the wealthy an edge over the rest of humanity, especially in war. As primitive as it all looks here, there were quite a few technical achievements in the First World War. Submarines, poison gas, liquid fire, armored personnel carriers. But 23 short years made a hell of a difference. The bombers, battleships, anti-aircraft missiles, anti-personnel minefields. World War II must have almost seemed like the war of technology. And then the greatest technological achievement of them all, atomic warfare. It must have seemed unbelievable back then. The thought that one single bomb could annihilate 200,000 people in seconds. No wonder people began thinking that Armageddon would be nuclear holocaust. Technology in the 60s. Electronics. Music. Bringing a couple 100,000 people together for a day or two.
You climbing up the ladder, you find the way to the top. Well, the place it doesn't matter, because you know you just can't stop. Well, the wheel of fortune's spinning, the luck you're gonna play. How do you know you're winning? Who's dragging you slay? Man, it's full of jabber, nothing at all to say. But it doesn't really matter, because your time has come today to stand before the judge and hear his talk of dirty deeds. You must release your bride, your maker you will meet. Like the song, play on, play on, play on, wherever now you think. lights, they're getting low. If you cannot run your tractor, no proper...
They called it the love generation, I think. A novel idea.
Lovers, healers, and menders, pretending they're disease.
Too bad they were only kids. Then the war of the 60s and the 70s. Longest war of all. They were just kids. Kids learning new tactics. Search and destroy. Free fire zones. Supported by the finest technological weaponry. Hard to believe in 12 years of such advanced warfare, only 2 million dead. Even harder to believe how the world could forget those uncounted millions who died inside. It seems so logical. This way through the orderly computer. People never could buy the idea of history repeating itself. Not really. With nuclear technology so real and common, how could they help but overlook the laughable threat of Nazism? This happened during World War II, 1945. Instead of 1986, the year of the Great War, one few people even realized was being fought. The ultimate war of technology. Simple execution of a handful of international dignitaries, world leaders and the like. One very small atrocity in the overall battle. But it was also the move that nearly destroyed the aggressor's plans. Some of the battlefields weren't so unpleasant.
Just trying to figure out how to do that without appearing too forward. Thank you. Mm-hmm. My name's Miss Bennett.
Glenn Manning.
Hi, Glenn.
Hi.
Unbelievable, isn't it? You know, I tried to do that at a party once, but, well, I'd never seen the real thing before.
I think you could do with a little less bump and a little more grind. You got to practice muscle control.
Oh.
Why don't I give you a lesson a little later tonight?
You're going to teach me belly dancing?
Muscle control.
Mr. Manning, the bus with Major Lee and the other delegates has not yet arrived.
All right, thank you, amigo. Now bring the lady another drink, will you?
Well, when do I get my lesson?
Later, there's something else I've got to do first. Excuse me. This is the only place they could have come through.
That's right, sir. But I wouldn't worry about the delay. As VIPs, they probably took a side tour of the barricades along the line.
Any chance of my going inside and tracking them down?
No, sir. If anything was wrong, the Air Patrol would report it.
Maybe you're right. I'll wait back at the hotel.
Another one of the troops in the Great War. A war where you couldn't always be certain who the enemy was.
Now, my dear Mr. Norris, of all the stupidities, irresponsibilities, and incompetent decisions that have been made by your operative here have placed us in a very embarrassing situation. Well, Norris, is there any reason I shouldn't have you replaced immediately and this agent locked up?
Now, wait a minute. There was something there.
Norris, I will not listen to any more of his ridiculous excuses. That story has been proven false.
The bus was delayed.
Major Lee.
The bus was delayed by a flat tire. I had no appointment with Mr. Merrie.
This meeting is adjourned. And Norris, I will expect a full file on Manning this afternoon. Then maybe we can reach some decision. Might be a good idea to keep him on ice for a while.
Now, damn it, Al, I didn't make it up. The bus was empty. There wasn't anyone within a mile of it.
Shut up, Manning. I don't give a damn if you found a bomb in the middle of Times Square. You screwed up.
All right, I know I should have waited before going inside the zone, but something happened in there, and they're trying to cover it up.
And 37 international high powers say it was a flat tire. Look, Manning, you screwed up 5 years ago when you took that Russian out of Yugoslavia. But this time you've created an international incident.
That's not bad for 20 years.
What the hell am I going to do with you?
What about the Lucifer problem?
Lucifer, what's that?
Well, maybe nothing. The 3 of our planes have vanished somewhat mysteriously, all off the coast of South America. We're going to check into it.
He is qualified for surveillance flights.
eject, eject. Mr. Manning.
Yeah, that's better. Now just relax, huh? Just relax. There's nothing to worry about.
Just a bump on the head and a twisted ankle. You'll be as good as new in a couple of days. Well, you're in the Pensacola Naval Hospital. I'm Dr. Bernard Vogel. You were brought in last night by a naval rescue team. A bit delirious from the bump on your head, but I'd say you'll survive. Now, hop into your chair and we'll take you to your room.
Phone in my room. I've got to call my office.
Your office has already been notified. Someone is flying down from Washington this afternoon. How about a guided tour as we go along, eh? This facility is one of the best. A great amount of highly specialized research is done here, as well as treatment. And in here is one of the most modern research laboratories in the world. And down there, the pediatric research personnel.
Doctor, I tell you, I'm really turned on by all this technical expertise that's available for the bump on my head and my ankle, but no offense, can we save it for later?
Of course. Take Mr. Manning to his room.
Lynn?
Julie, come on in. Is Al with you?
No, he's still tied up in that Middle East problem. He told me to tell you to take it easy for a few days and not to give the doctors and nurses too much trouble.
Julie, I've got to talk to Al. I saw something very strange after I crashed.
But I'm supposed to get the report and bring it back with me.
Okay. That's going to be hard to believe.
I'm ready.
What would you think of Nazi soldiers and native slaves, for starters?
Mr. Manning? I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I'm glad I overheard. I should have explained this morning that in your delirious state, you kept talking about the Nazis. Miss Simmons brought your medical file with her. You were captured by the Germans during the war?
Yeah, it was my first mission. I blew it.
I think what happened was, in your delirium, the bump on your head and all, you kept having nightmares about being captured by the Nazis again. That sort of thing fits.
And it was native. You were on a mission in the Yucatan last year.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, I guess my report isn't going to be that exciting after all. Would you please excuse us, Doctor? Top secret and all that, you know?
Of course. I'll look in on you a little later, huh?
All right. Are you ready for another dull, routine, run-of-the-mill report?
Obviously, Vogel's drug did not block Mr. Manning's memory of what he saw on the surface.
Will be an interesting challenge to get the Chinley information. But we will accomplish our purpose.
Stop her! Stay back! Or try to help me, I'll use it! Just stay back! Stop her! Just stay back.
Okay.
Mr. Manning, are you all right? Are you all right? Mr. Manning!
Yeah, I'm fine.
It'll take a minute to get the key. Be careful. Your visitor is dangerously deranged.
Don't worry, I won't cause any trouble. Here, why don't you give me that?
Never. I'm not going to let them put one of those monsters inside of me.
Come on. Give it to me.
No. Sit to bed. Take that bed and move it against the door.
Bed.
You heard me, the bed. Now, quickly. You dirty, rotten Nazi! Just like the rest of them.
Well, I don't know about the rest of them, but I'm a patient here. I've been here a couple days.
You're the pilot? I saw the crash.
You see? What, you were near the island?
Don't you know? We're on the island.
Well, that's impossible. This is Pensacola.
No,
What did you mean about the others being Nazis?
that's what they are.
You mean with the swastikas, like that?
The guards wear uniforms and everything, just like in World War II.
What about the natives?
They're prisoners, too. They treat them just like slaves.
Like slaves?
I'm glad you have her under control. Take her back to her room. I'm terribly sorry this had to happen. That poor girl, he belongs in the psychiatric ward. I hope it wasn't too upsetting.
No. I've been in a worse situation.
Of course. But, I think just in case, give Mr. Manning a sedative, huh? And now I'd better see to that poor girl, eh? Good night.
Excuse me. Hey, come on, wake up. Wake up, April, wake up. Come on, wake up. April, wake up.
You.
We were both right about the Nazis. Like being
Your
German.
diagnosis of the situation is correct, Mr. Manning. You cannot get out. However, I assure you, you have not seen enough. Do be my guest. I promise you that you will be most impressed. Guards, bring Mr. Manning in here so that we can instruct him on exactly how this process takes place.
Jonathan, get away!
Look, if we can get to the surface, we can get some help.
Welcome to the New World, Mr. Manning. Don't be in such a hurry to get away. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Oberfuhrer Gerhard Froh. This is my assistant, Frau Brunner. And of course, you know, Herr Dr. Vogel.
You have destroyed valuable equipment, Manning. It will take us weeks to put it back in shape before we can complete the cloning of Miss Adams.
You will have sufficient time, Herr Doctor, to deal with Miss Adams and with our super agent, Mr. Manning. Yeah. He is a fine-looking specimen, isn't he? So you see, Mr. Manning, the Fourth Reich is a reality. And through cloning, we are building a new master race.
That's what little old me stumbled into.
No, Mr. Manning, you didn't stumble into anything. You were pushed. Haven't you wondered about Miss Simmons' visit?
Not really. I figured she was one of your people when I realized I wasn't at Pensacola.
She was the one who suggested you be given the Lucifer assignment.
I wish you girls would have been there to see it. Glenn destroyed some of their most valuable equipment. Look, girls, I know that he can really help us. But Greta, I have to know that you and the girls are 100% behind us.
Absolutely, 100%.
You and Chin Lee had business together. We need to know what that was.
With all your super science, that should be easy. Why don't you try truth serum?
We tried that when we first brought you here. But you and I both know you were programmed with false reports. We can't get past that.
Adam, take her.
Now, little lady, you tell us what we want to know.
Really, Miss Adams, it would be wise to cooperate. Once Klaus gets started, it's difficult to persuade him to ease off. You were in Manning's room, and he foolishly tried to rescue you. Obviously, you two talked. What did he say?
Nothing. We were running. We didn't have time to say. He didn't say anything.
He didn't mention the name Chen Li?
Who?
know who. You're lying.
Chinley had only one part of the information we want.
You think I've got the other part, huh? I'm sorry Chinley never got a chance to tell me what he was into. Your boys moved in with the bus switch before I did.
I do not believe you. You will give us the information we want. Yeah. Send 2 men in here to take Mr. Manning to Vogel. And have Frau Brunner bring Miss Adams to join us in the infirmary. Yeah, immediately. We will get the information we want.
I told you I don't know anything. We were trying to escape. He didn't tell me anything.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have become angry. I understand. You're afraid. No harm will come to you. In fact, if you will only cooperate, your stay here could become quite pleasant.
I'd rather be dead.
You may well wish for death by the time they're finished with you. Take her to Froze. He knows what to do with her.
Aren't you coming?
I'll come in a moment. Adams couldn't have gotten to Manning without some of the others knowing. I'll stay and find out who else was in on the plot.
Yeah.
Now, who else must be punished?
Very soon, our future dream will become a reality.
Too bad the old boy isn't around to see it.
You underestimate the indestructible superiority of the true Aryan.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not joking.
Good. Now, I think we have the key to unlock Manning's memory. Bring her inside.
It's impossible. Be in his 80s by now.
You Americans
will never...
Yes, you, Greta. You have caused the most trouble.
Vogel! You men, check the hall. Just stand there. Sound the alarm. We have the building surrounded. Any attempt to escape is futile.
Like we may have to shoot our way out of here. Hope we know how to use this.
Come out with your hands up, and your life will be spared, Manning. I will give you 30 seconds. Think of the Fräulein, if not of yourself. 30 seconds!
Don't you worry about me. No, I know how to use this.
I want your men to attack the infirmary at my order.
Dr. Vogel may still be alive.
The hell with Vogel. I want Manning. Your time is up, Manning. Try and take him alive.
Victor! They got the infirmary.
Okay, on my signal, open fire. We'll scatter Frobe's forces now.
Sounds like the cavalry to the rescue. We have to smash our way out of here.
Smash out. Can you handle a tank?
A tank?
Yes, Frobe has this private war souvenir on the other side of the camp.
Okay, point the way.
Fire on the barracks.
I'm gonna make a run for it to the end of the camp.
You'll never make it. They'll spot you from the towers.
That's the chance I'll have to take.
We're going to make a stand in the staff building. Some of you girls go in the barracks yard behind us.
I saw April and someone inside the infirmary doorway.
We'll keep that staff building under heavy fire. It's their only chance.
Klaus, take some men, get around behind them.
Push! Push it! Reach!
I see her.
Damn it! Where's that fool Kraus? Why doesn't he stop them?
Set up a barricade. Horst and Mueller, you come with me. We'll bring up the half-track and crush them one way or another. Bushman, you maintain the position here. Don't do anything to draw their fire. One shot into this petrol and you'll be cinders. Come on, let's go. You drive. Are we to be defeated by a handful of simpering females? Manning crashed through the rear gates with your tank. I gotta get to the explosives. It's our only chance. Let them do it now. Hold your positions. I'll get the explosives and put a stop to all of this.
Thank God it's you. If there were any more Nazis, I would have run out of places to put them.
All right, gather up the rest of the women and meet us by the tank. This ball is the ticket out of this place. You're behaving just fine.
I think that's fine. I'll come with that brother. It is time him and Ing and I meet face to face. Bring him to my chamber.
Shall we go? Wait a minute. Here, take this. Stop anybody from trying to get in.
Right.
All right. Impossible. Be in his 80s by now.
You underestimate the indestructible superiority of the two Aries.
Greetings, Herr Manning. You are to be congratulated. You have won the battle, but unfortunately for you, you have lost the war. Come forward and let's meet face to face. On the surface, you have destroyed the camp and inflicted many casualties, but let me assure you that this is only a temporary inconvenience. The Fourth Reich continues to move forward. As for you, Frobel, you are a disgrace to your uniform. Your bungling is unforgivable. You are no longer of any use to the Reich. We were first with the V2, first with our superior weapons of war. We are the master race. I suggest you save your strength for someone more your equal.
God, you do look like me. All right, stay back.
over by him.
We stop fooling around. We gotta finish this job and get out of here.
How do I know which one is you?
I'm the real one. You listen to me? I'm the real one.
Well, so I found out. I didn't shoot at you. When I saw the laser pointed at you, I knew they wouldn't destroy a clone.
So you're the one.
Do you realize what you have done? Stay back! Years of work, millions of dollars destroyed.
And along with it, your dreams of tomorrow, the world, huh?
We already have enough control to succeed. Key leaders throughout the world have been replaced. Nothing will stop us. There will be a warless takeover by my clones.
Not now.
I have opened the sea gate.
You're insane.
What you think doesn't really matter. Seek high.
What about him?
He's headed. Come on, we gotta get off this island before it goes.
The destruction of the island was only the beginning. Carrying out orders without questions, destroying the opposition, exact human duplicates, without humanity. Well, it's all here. The rise and fall of mankind. Someday, maybe 100 years from now. 10,000 years from now, some explorers from another planet will discover this time capsule, and but I can't wait around. got my island to explore.